Do we have a point?
Podcast is brought to you by
Nobody.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Brad.
You should enjoy this tasty treat we have for your earlobes.
Welcome to Wednesday. It's Wednesday, and this is Do We Have a Podcast?
We do have a podcast. The title of it is Do We Have a Point?
That's the one. That's the one. I'm Daniel.
And I am Nikolai Carpathia.
You fucking are.
Or
All day.
to the layman and the commoners. That's Brad for everybody else.
That's what it goes down to. It's short. It's
Short and sweet.
long for Brad.
Yeah, they had Nikolai is short, or Nikolai is the long form of Brad.
Yeah. I love giving good little tidbits of information, like little facts in the podcast like that. Nikolai, Brad.
Well, give us another one.
Oh, okay.
On the spot, go.
Did you know that if sharks had freaking laser beams attached to their freaking heads, then they would be the
Unstoppable?
mightiest thing on planet?
What about a bear on the back of a bald eagle that has a rifle?
That's a big ass bald eagle or a tiny bear. What are the sizes here?
Big bear on just a regular bald eagle, because a regular bald eagle is America as fuck.
And he's got all the strength.
Just raw flap. Tucky, 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 tucky.
Well, I think in order for the bear to shoot the rifle, it would have to have its claws.
It has the right to bear arms, all right? Gratuitous dad joke. I had to do it.
That was good. I liked it a lot. It tickled me Elmo.
That tickles.
Oh, boy.
I used to do Tickle Me Elmo voice all the time.
I could
That's
too,
good.
back when I was younger and my voice didn't grow.
I'm just doing the Mickey Mouse again. What is that?
I'm Elmo. Ah!
Yeah, we just can't get as high pitched anymore, so I could tweak that in the post, and
Oh, there we go.
I can. Whoa!
I sound super creepy when I do that.
A little.
Do you remember when we went to we had that cross country trip the first time to
2010.
San Diego?
Yes.
And this was the second time.
Oh, the second time we didn't go to San Diego.
We didn't go to San Diego, but the second time we drove cross country, went to Vegas.
We went to Vegas,
and we found Iron Ball.
I am Iron Ball.
Iron Ball.
Toss me, throw me, catch me. I always land on my feet. I got that video somewhere.
That's what boredom does. And you go into a gas station and you buy
That was
a
the
ball.
Jumpin' Jack Flash BP gas station somewhere in Indiana. I want to say Effingham, Indiana.
And they had a
Or Illinois.
stuffed animal as a plushie toy of
ball.
Iron Man, but he was a ball.
It was a ball.
And I had to have it, so I got it.
It was like $10.
And he had a voice. I was like running around with it, like playing its voice. I was like, I am Iron Ball. Well, it didn't have a voice. I gave it a voice.
I am Iron Ball.
Oh, that was enjoyment for like the next hour of that trip.
Yeah, we got I got to find that video, and I'll put it up on our the Do We Have a Point Facebook page, because that's comedy gold to us. It was fucking hilarious. Just driving down the road. I am Iron Ball.
As long as one other person likes it, I guess.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's Wednesday. It's hump day, as the camels say.
Hey, Mike, guess what day it is?
Hump day?
Oh, that fucking camel.
That was a good commercial the first 28 times I saw it.
The 29th, it got old.
It was too much.
Like, all right, we get it. It's hump day.
Yeah, thanks. I know what a Wednesday is now. Thank you. Camel. Interesting. I have another rando question.
Oh,
Brad.
okay. Okay, we're gonna. I like this. We could do this like once an episode, just a random scenario question.
Okay.
Not so
I like
much
it.
as the selling out segment we do on for our Friday shows, but at random question a day.
Random questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm into it. I enjoy it.
All right, yeah. Throw me one. Let's see. What do you got?
You know, I lied when I actually said I had a question. What? Well,
Not surprised.
well, okay. So this isn't a scenario. I'm just wondering what the greatest rock band of all time is, in your opinion.
Greatest rock band. I'm gonna wait. Greatest rock band of all time.
Yes.
Now, are we talking overall? Are we
Mhm.
talking progressive rock? Are we talking classic rock? Are we talking hard rock, metal? Or are we doing what? Are we going by a
What
genre? Or are we just
genre?
doing like the greatest fucking band of all time?
I want to say, what group had the greatest influence?
Don't say that because you got to say the fucking Beatles. That's a cop out bullshit question. No, not
Are
doing
they
it.
rock or pop? Or
They were
they're
pop.
progressive too.
They were pop.
They're all of the
and
genres.
progressive. But if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't
Sergeant
have half the
Pepper's
shit
and the
we have
Lonely
today.
Hearts Band.
Sergeant Pepper. Yeah. No. Fuck Ringo.
Why?
Got a big nose.
His
according to
hair is
Simpson.
great.
Sure.
He's bowl cut, right? Didn't he have a bowl cut?
He did at one
Fucking
point.
rocked that bowl cut.
Really, I like the Beatles, but I also hate them because of fucking Paul McCartney. I'm just not sold on him, especially as a solo artist.
Why? He's got a great personality. He's a knight. He's a knight.
So,
Sir Paul McCartney.
Sir Sean Connery, Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Sir
But those guys
Elton
are
John.
awesome. Sir Paul McCartney I don't care. Because he ruined Christmas for me.
What? He's
That
not the
fucking-
Grinch.
No, that song, Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time. It's the worst Christmas song.
It doesn't make you have a wonderful Christmas time when he
no,
sings that.
it's
to you?
horrible.
I have a wonderful Christmas
I
time.
do.
when
I
he
do
sings
not.
it.
I want to kill him if he wasn't already.
What made you so upset about?
I just
That
hate that
song.
song. It just sounds like shit. It's
I hate Baby Shark.
well, so do I. But you don't have to do the Christmas version. But it's if there's one that's by the Waitresses. It's another Christmas song. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Dun, 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 dun. It's very monotone. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. And it's supposed to be like a Christmas rap.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas.
No,
Sing a
no.
song for something season.
No,
Not that
no,
one?
no. I'll play a snippet of it. It's just not. It's really, really, really bad.
By the Waitresses? Were they actually waitresses?
Probably at one point that was their shtick. And the song, it's called Christmas Rapping, and it's just fucking bad. Let me see
As
here.
bad as Paul McCartney?
I put it up there. Listen to this.
I can dig it.
Oh, it's 80s as fuck too.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Favorite part.
Oh, I lied.
Oh, yeah.
I thought they were ready
Oh,
to start
listen
singing.
to that.
The music is cool. I'm not. It's just bad. Wait till.
It's jingly.
Oh, yeah,
She's
yeah.
wearing black and white checkered. I love it. Oh, that's like
Aha
the take
style.
on
Yeah,
me.
yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, I've heard this before.
Yeah.
Lots of times.
White girls trying to rap.
I don't know if it's rap. It's more like
It's called Christmas rapping, but WRAPD.
Good job, guys. Very punny. There's a saxophone in this song, though. I
No,
love
there's a guy
saxophone.
holding a saxophone.
He doesn't play it?
I don't know. But as far as the video goes right now,
I think we should cut it. We should cut it because this is awful. It's hurting me. Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Dun, 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 dun. It's horrible. And the Paul McCartney song is worse than that.
Okay, so the Beatles are out. Or
I
I
can't
don't.
see- I
I
won't-
have to. I have to.
You have to use that's the default answer to the most influential band. Because if it wasn't for the Beatles, yes, we would not have a lot of the music we have today.
So you don't love the Beatles?
I like some of their songs, but I'm not like a Beatle blowhard. No.
Beatles are good. Okay,
They're
so
good.
I will.
I'll give you that. They are good.
Okay,
But
different.
yes, they're probably the
question,
most
then.
influential band of all time. I'll give it that.
Okay, I will say this for my
So
question:
back to the greatest
Most-
rock band.
influential, greatest rock band from the 80s.
The 80s, Guns N' Roses. I'm going straight to Guns N' Roses on that.
Guns N' Roses.
Yes.
Axl Rose
Axl
is a
Rose.
bigger
Appetite
dick
for
than
Destruction.
Paul McCartney.
Oh, yeah.
Super dick.
He's a pussy. He's a bitch. He's a cop out. He's a douche.
He's a giant white man with white cornrows now.
The ego that his head exploded to is ridiculous.
Do you need an ego to be a rock star?
It doesn't hurt, but
I think it's needed.
it comes
for
with
sure.
it. It comes with that notoriety, but his just got out of control. Yes, you became the biggest, greatest band of that time, and all of that went into his head, and he to the point where I'm not going to play because there's not enough people here.
So you're including
somebody threw a
Slash.
water bottle in the crowd, not at the stage. Oh, fuck you, we're leaving. I'm not playing in this environment.
Mudvayne. Were you at the X Fest where Mudvayne was playing and someone threw a bottle on stage and they stopped the show completely?
I was not there for that. I did throw.
Pretty cool.
I hooked a bottle of water at the Hollywood Undead when they were there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 'cause fuck them.
You dick. Just walk away.
We're gangsters from L.A. on the rough side, but we're wearing fur coats and masks,
They're pretty awful.
and we try to rap and sound like Eminem.
They had
I
an
chucked that water
interesting
bottle. I
get
tried.
up though. They like little
I get
crazy
they're-
stage presence.
They tried.
They're doing the kiss thing. Oh, I'm gonna just put makeup on and
I get the stage presence stuff. That's I don't have a problem with that. I just didn't like them. They just sound like Eminem.
they're so violent.
And
At least it was water.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I didn't throw a beer bottle. I threw a plastic water bottle.
Did you make that noise when you threw it?
No, and I was nowhere near because I was sitting up in the stands, which is between the two stages, and
Very far away.
like 100 yards away.
How many clicks is that?
At least 6.
At least 6 clicks. That's like a rhino away.
So I might have hit a porta potty. I was nowhere near the stage. So don't come at me, bro.
So GNR.
GNR for the 80s.
What
was
reason?
Just Appetite for Destruction. That album is amazing. Welcome to the Jungle, Paradise City.
about-
Holy shit.
But what about the man who created the horns?
Dio.
Ronnie James Dio.
Okay, now that begs to... I'm not going to deny the amazing epicness of Dio. But are we going to separate from popular versus more undergroundish? Because Dio, while amazing, and 90% of the people who even listen to rock or classic rock know who he is. Undeniably, you know who he is, especially when he sings. But as far as popular music went, Dio was not like really on the charts as high. They weren't as well known at the time.
maybe 6.
He was mostly known for the
songs.
guy that took over for Ozzy and Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
And then as far as popular culture went, that's as far as that went.
rainbow with a dog.
Rainbow with a top.
Ride the tiger. You can see his eyes, but you know we blur.
Holy diver.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but he's a fucking legendary badass, rest in peace. But as far as popular goes, he didn't have that.
I thought you were gonna say Meatloaf. To be honest with you.
Well, no, I'm not talking about the Pick of Destiny from Jack Black and what's his name? His sidekick. Kyle.
Kyle.
Me and
Kyle
my buddy
Gass.
Kyle here. Yes.
Yeah.
The Pick of Destiny. That's the pick
Of Destiny, chap.
You know it will be rocking because
'Cause we're
it's
fucking
fucking insane. Oh, yeah. I don't
sound
know
like
why I went to the
Macho.
Red Macho Man on
Did.
that. But,
Nothing means nothing. Mean Gene.
it's the cream of the crop. But, yeah, are we doing by popularity in the
Well,
everybody knows who it is, or are we just because Dio's a fucking badass? Yeah, I'll take Dio over Guns N' Roses, but
that would put Kiss in the runnings.
no, it wouldn't.
60 albums, Bradley
And-
Baldwin, Matoski,
My birth name, holy shit.
Lee.
No, no. I'm not counting Kiss as one of the greatest bands. No,
They're the greatest.
no, I'll give them maybe one of the greatest shows, but as far as band, no.
They even call themselves the greatest rock band in the world, Kiss. And then they come out. and then there's explosions.
Well, I would say that, or we would say that if we took our fucking show on their fucking road. The greatest band in the world of all time.
They're also the hottest band in the world. They've said.
Oh, yeah, with all the fucking pyrotechnics they got.
They're good. They're good.
I'm not sold on them as as musicians. I'm not a Kiss fan. I know you are a massive Kiss fan.
If I played double platinum right now by Kiss,
Did you say platform?
which went double platform, you just peaked again with that.
Oh yeah.
Then you would you'd know every song, every single song.
I know a couple.
You know all of them.
I don't know every Kiss song.
I know you want to rock and roll all night and party every day.
I want to drink this beer all day, but
you know, lick it up, lick it up.
they don't play that one that often. I actually kind of like that one.
It's only right now.
Until you did that. Yeah, everybody knows the
Strutter.
Everybody knows the quintessential Kiss songs.
They're all quintessential.
No, they're not.
They are.
We're gonna be the death of disco. Yeah, fuck disco.
And then they
here's
make
a disco album.
And it was good.
No. It sounded like shit. It didn't sound like disco. It didn't sound like their regular rock because they were trying to be disco at the same time. It was not good.
They figured out the algorithm for the exact time you needed to put. So you needed 2 verses and a chorus, and then a verse and a chorus, and then a little breakdown solo, and then if you finish it out with the verse, and you change it up a little bit. That is like their whole thing. They did it.
Yeah, but just because they put out that many songs and albums doesn't make them that good. Anybody can do that. Just keep putting out fucking music. 60. And how many of those are?
I think Rush has 18.
Yeah, but
Pearl Jam has.
Are you going to compare Rush to Kiss?
I mean, not as far as talent goes.
Yeah, because you will be laughed out of anywhere.
Okay.
Any debate on that?
I'm not saying that Kiss has crazy talent. Ace Frehley is an amazing guitarist who never played a solo in 60 albums for Kiss.
So he wasn't that good of a guitarist if they didn't want to.
No,
feature
well, he
him.
went solo with Frehley's Comet, and he.
Oh yeah,
solos
yeah. That's
all the time.
How great's that?
It wasn't in the algorithm. They were smart.
No solos.
They have
smart?
every piece of merchandise you could get a Kiss coffin, Kiss toilet seat, Kiss nightlight,
money,
Kiss
money.
action figures, Kiss comic books. What do you want?
Okay, you can do this almost the same thing with Metallica.
They don't have toilet seats. Metallica toilet seat.
Yeah, let me Google that. That's honestly a good one. I mean, let me because there is a lot of Metallica products out there. I just don't know if a toilet seat would be one of them.
They don't have
Google was auto filling me in with Metallica.
Oh.
Okay,
No, that's not it. That's not it.
That's not it. That's just a marbleized. There's a Metallica toilet T-shirt. Metal up your ass.
Oh, that's good.
It's a classic. Oh, there it is.
Oh, you found one.
Craigslist. Is this guy serious? Talk bass. That's some website.
I'll count it.
We'll count it. Somebody probably made one.
It's got the "Don't Tread on Me" snake on it.
The 666 snake
And
from
then it's
the Black
got,
Album.
What is it? The S&M symbols on
No, those are just like the peaks and points from like the M and the A.
Okay.
Of the actual name of the logo.
Got it. Okay. So they don't have a coffin. Okay, so
but I'm saying like you said Kiss never did a solo, but they marketed. It's like, okay, well, Metallica always soloed and marketed, but then when the one album they didn't use a solo, which was some kind of monster or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
There was no solos. They're like Lars is like, no, I want to feature my drums more because I'm a bitch.
But he also tuned his guitar or his drums to like A, and they sound like every one of them sound like Toms.
Yeah,
it was awful. Ting, ting.
I love
ting,
Metallica,
ting.
but fuck Lars Ulrich. But they wouldn't let Kirk or James go ape shit on the guitar. No solos, the whole fucking album, and they got so much flack for it.
Well, because the entire album sucked. They need to get back on the bottle and whiskey and
grow their hair out, get back on the fucking alcohol, get back to Alcoholica.
What do you think? Just blanked on their name. The young kids who sound like Led Zeppelin came out of Michigan.
Something Honey.
Nope, not
Nope,
that band.
Not that one. There's a couple of them that sound like Jimmy Page.
Son of a biscuit. They
Son of a biscuit eating bulldog.
shit. You know who I'm talking about, Brad.
I know who you're talking. Lucky.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Shit. They're playing them pretty heavy on 96. Because I know there's the something honey.
Greta Van Fleet.
Greta Van Fleet. That's it.
Yeah. Super great.
They are awesome. It sounds like,
Hopefully they start taking some drugs and doing some crazy music.
and coming up with their own music because they're straight up doing Led Zeppelin. I swear they were a Led Zeppelin cover band and some record producer signed them and they're like, shit, what do we do? Okay, well, let's just play the same songs. I'll keep singing exactly the same, just change the lyrics.
Okay, so what are the parameters now? Most influential and most well-known.
Okay,
80s.
outside of the Beatles. Most influential outside of the Beatles.
And in the 80s.
In the 80s.
I
So
think
now we're
that's
doing
a turning
decade.
point of rock. That's when metal was introduced.
Did I have to go either?
Granted, 60s was Black Sabbath and Kiss was...
Yeah, but that was the birth of heavy metal, but it wasn't refined in what it is, especially today.
I think that was that was Metallica.
That's what I'm saying. If it wasn't for Black,
Ride the Lightning.
If it wasn't for Black Sabbath, we wouldn't have had Metallica and Guns N' Roses. But if we didn't have Metallica and Guns N' Roses, we wouldn't have the rock we got today. So it's all part of the thing.
I think Metallica is a good answer.
Metallica, yes. Over Guns N' Roses for the 80s, no. Because Guns N' Roses owned the 80s. That was hands down, no questions asked.
What about
Metallica was still slightly...
Motley Crue?
They were glam rock.
Yeah,
they were hair metal. They were
and that was
Bon-
before all these genres.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, back then it was
just rock.
It was just heavy. Back then that was heavy metal. Fucking Bon Jovi was heavy metal. That's just what it was back then.
Yeah.
They didn't have the subsets and what we have today. So anything that wasn't America or Chicago was heavy rock or hard rock. AC/DC was metal, and it still is, but Poison was fucking metal.
Yeah.
It's like, today you look back and you're like, no, there's no fucking way that fucking Poison was metal.
Right.
No,
Kiss was
glam
metal
rock.
back in the day, too.
And Kiss is not metal.
Ozzy,
They got some rock in
Ozzy
them,
was
yes.
metal, too, and they're
But
not
Ozzy is metal.
categorized as metal.
They're
really.
classic rock now, but even it's still they're the god. Black Sabbath is the originators, the godfathers of, at least for the popular mainstream. They're the godfathers of metal.
I would oh, man. Yeah.
Who was
good.
doing Iron Man before Black Sabbath? Nobody.
I am Iron.
I am Iron Ball. But no, as far as the 80s went, Guns N' Roses dominated. Metallica was still mostly underground. It took until like the Black Album for them, 1990, 91, for them to come out into the main
Super
consciousness.
mainstream, yeah.
Yes, and then since then, they've dominated the rock.
Well, Kill 'Em All, they had like an underground following.
Kill 'Em
and
All,
then
Ride the
Ride the
Lightning,
Lightning
and Justice
came out
for
and
All.
they got really big. No, and Justice for All was after the Black Album.
No, it wasn't.
It was not?
No. It went black to load, reload, and all that crap. But it was a Master of Puppets and Justice.
Master of Puppets, the greatest
the
album.
greatest of their albums.
Damage Incorporated, get out of town.
Garage Inc.
Oh,
Whiskey in a Jarro.
I don't know why you keep doing Macho Man.
That's because it's also James Hetfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
Yeah. Yeah.
After every word.
Every word, he ends with a yeah. But
So I'm putting my answer down as Metallica.
I'm going with the 80s. I got to go with the popular. Go with the 80s. It's going to be Guns N' Roses over Metallica.
Okay,
As far
write
as
it
rock
down.
is.
We'll ask
Write it
everybody
down.
else.
Boom. Put it
Yeah.
on the board.
Yep.
I'm taking Guns N' Roses over Metallica for the 80s. Because it took until the Black Album for Metallica to break out of the underground.
And whoever
Now,
wins,
and which was their sellout album.
Whoever wins this poll Metallica versus Guns N' Roses
Let me go ahead and put,
has to buy the other person a Metallica toilet seat.
I'm gonna post this up now on Facebook, and we're gonna do an actual poll. I want you all to weigh in on this. Who was the bigger band in the '80s, Guns N' Roses or Metallica?
It's Metallica.
The better, if you want to go better, yes.
Yeah.
As far as popular, in your face, everybody knew who it was. Billboard charts, Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, see, I wasn't really living during that time. I mean, I was alive, but I just didn't care.
You weren't old enough.
Wasn't old enough to care.
See,
Yeah, so
I'm only just a
makes a
few
difference.
years older than you, and that does make the difference. I was listening to Appetite for Destruction when it came out.
I mean, I was listening to, it, but I didn't
You couldn't
understand the
appreciate it as much
influence and
now.
like how big they were, and like I just have to go by videos I've seen and things like that.
I mean, Welcome to the Jungle. Welcome to the Jungle, fucking. Why am I blanking on that name? Oh my God, the alcohol platform beer is kicking my ass right now. Paradise City, just
Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are
the
pretty.
fucking jam out at the end of it is just holy shit. Nobody was doing that at that time.
Yeah. Black, Fade to Black, the never-ending solo.
Fade to Black is a badass song from Metallica, but that wasn't really popularly known until after the Black Album came out.
It's so good.
It is a great
So
fucking song. It's
good.
fucking very dark if you actually sit and listen to it. If you haven't, it's a great song, and if you haven't gotten that deep into the lyrics of it, holy shit.
Yeah.
Slit your wrist type dark. It's about suicide, so.
Well, they're good lyricists. So we'll say, okay.
Were.
Yeah.
Of course, I can't really say that. I haven't really listened to the new stuff because after the Feed Your Monster or whatever that album was, I stopped listening. Saint Anger was the one. That's the one.
Yeah. That was bad.
That was such a bad
Oh
album.
yeah, no. Oh, I was wrong before. Saint Anger is the one where Lars tuned his drums to A.
I think,
and
Saint Anger was the one that also didn't have any guitar solos.
It was bad.
It was, some horrible experiment they tried, and it failed miserably.
Anyway, yeah.
But yes, Fade to Black is a badass. But, again, I don't think anybody, I won't say anybody, but it wasn't as popular until after Metallica got big. Same thing with Master of Puppets and Ride the Lightning with One.
You know who would
That song
really
got its
know
music
more
video
about
after the
this
fact.
than anybody is Bri. He
Oh,
would
yeah.
know this.
But Bri was into that back then. He was
Right.
the underground rock guy.
Right, exactly. He'd be the one to have this conversation with.
Oh, yeah, we got to get him in here.
Yeah.
But
He's willing to come in. Yeah, we should bring him in.
Yeah,
He should be a third.
yeah, we can bring him in for a third tryout. We'll see. Like I said, we got Dustin Cox coming in tomorrow
That's
night.
weird. His name is Dirty.
His name is, we call him Dirty.
It's
but yeah,
Dirty. He's dirty. He's just dirty.
we'll call him Dirty. Dirty comes in tomorrow night for the Friday show. So, and then we're either going to record again on Saturday or Sunday for next Monday's show. And so, yeah, maybe we can get Bradbury in this weekend.
Wait, is Friday
Friday is New Year's Day.
New Year's Eve?
I'm bad with dates. Friday is New Year's Day.
Friday's New. Oh,
So I was right.
Oh, yeah.
Thursday is New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So we got to party it out New Year's Eve. So that's Thursday. I get off at 2 o'clock. Oh, yeah.
Good job.
Oh, yeah. 2
Good
o'clock.
job.
I work from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., 4 hours, and then I get all holiday pay on Friday for not having to be there. Fuck yeah.
Get it.
But maybe we can get Bri in on like Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
Get him in here, do some reminiscing on some old times, all the shenanigans we did.
Oh my god.
Bumper cars.
Bumper cars.
Get some updates on Reign of Athena, and then see how he does on the mic.
Yeah.
He's-
Speaking of solos,
He's great on he's great on the guitar. Let's see what he does on the mic.
Yeah. Dude, what if he brings his acoustic in? That'd be cool.
I could set up the condenser mic and
Yeah.
let him just riff on it and
Yeah,
for
that'd be neat.
everybody's earlobes.
Oh, did you get the tabletop stands?
I do. I do have 2 tabletop stands so we can have the 2 extra guests. Like I said, we got 6 mics now, 4 dynamic. which is like the standard ones you see of the asshole standing on stage talking into a microphone. That's a dynamic mic. And then I got the condenser mic, which is more the whole fucking room audio for like musicians and playing instruments. And
Yeah,
whatnot.
they're good. Yeah. Yeah,
So,
I like
got-
the standard asshole microphone though. That's what I like. I'm
Oh
used
yeah,
to
That's
speaking
what
into.
we're talking into
Yeah.
right now. So I could talk here, but if I talk off to the side, you can't hear me as well as if I am talking directly on top.
Shibbity
The
beep.
condenser mic, I can stand on the fucking Mars and you can hear me.
Yeah.
That thing picks up everything.
Yeah, that'd be cool though. Jam.
Yeah.
Back in the day, me
So-
and Bri we were in a few bands. He used to then. So we were in Straight Jacket together, and then I was in Osiris,
Oh yeah.
and we did that for a while, and then
He went to do Sawed Off.
Then he did Sawed Off, but and while he was in Sawed Off, he came over after Osiris. We made our first album, and he came over, and we had like a party. Just hell yeah, we finished an album,
Whoop,
and he came over and he jammed a little bit, and yeah, we got a history going on with music. He's been doing it forever. He's been a great guitarist forever.
Oh, he's a prodigy. His dad was a badass. He played with was it Randy Rhoads?
I have no idea.
Yeah, we'll have to ask Bri when he comes in. I know it was. I don't know if it was Randy Rhoads or not, but somebody badass in the old classic rock era.
Yeah.
His dad played with him, not like on an album or anything, but played with him.
Yeah.
And then Bri just has this innate ability to play the guitar. Like his dad was really fucking good, and
for
Bri is
sure.
better. He's just a natural talent. He can play any song, a song that he's never heard before, and he'll grab his guitar and just play the song, and he'll pick at it, and now he knows the song, and
He's
he can play
kinda
right
like-
along with it live. It's insane.
So I had this guitar teacher in high school in Miamisburg, and her name was Miss Kenner, and
Kenner.
we would bring in CDs and say that we're trying to learn this song or whatever. And this was before you could go on alltabs.com and
guitartabs.cc
and all that, to look up the tabs. And we would play her the most intricate music, and she would immediately know how to play it. Super just knowledgeable about
That's ridiculous.
the guitar. It's crazy. She would listen to the first 30 seconds and know. And Bri-Bri's pretty much the same way. I remember I was on like three-way calling back in high school with him, and I forget who the third girlfriend at the time or something. And I was listening to From Autumn to Ashes, and I was like,
Oh yeah.
I love this. This is good. This is a good jam. And he's like, I hate it. It's so simple. I'm like, you hear how intricate this guitar is? He's like, no, it's not. It's 3 chords. I'm like, there's no way. And he
No.
just plays it. This is audio over the phone in high school, so it's not good quality. And he just
Right.
just does it. So yeah, he's definitely a natural. Yeah, we got to bring him in.
Yeah, we'll get him going. He's fucking hilarious too. Biggest stoner I've ever met. I'd say he's a bigger stoner than Zach Orth.
Yeah.
His life is weed. He is.
Last time we saw him, he went 3 days without smoking though. So
Oh yeah, and we saw he was like disheveled. He was all heartbroken. Like,
he was heartbroken about
He
it.
was a
but-
shell of a man. I mean, the guy literally is the sublime. Wake up, smoke 2 joints.
Smoke 2 joints in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Smoke 2 joints at night.
Oh yeah,
Smoke 2 joints in the afternoon. It makes me feel all right.
yeah. That's Bri.
I smoke 2 joints in time of peace. Okay.
The copyright laws. The police are coming. Shout out to Danelle Brady for liking the show. Hopefully she's listened. That's just throwing that out there. I'm just, as people pop in on our likes, the people that we don't know, this is all coming from our advertising efforts. So new people, I'll shout you out as I see you. I can't guarantee I'll see everybody, but
What are you drinking right now, Brad?
oh shit, I'm drinking Platform beer. This time, I'm just candied pecan or pecan, depending on which, if you're north or south, yummy
Pecan.
with ale with sweet potato natural flavors. It's nutty, caramelized. See, I did that. I said caramelized.
You did.
That's wrong.
See, you did it.
Caramelized, fall spiced. But this is a Christmas beer. I don't care. They call it fall. You're thinking October, November. You drink it. You're like, no, this is fucking Christmas.
It tastes, from the yams, it tastes like pumpkin.
From the yams, you get the pumpkin flavor. The fall spice, which is cinnamon and nutmeg, gives you the Christmas. And yeah. And it's also 7.9%. So each beer I drink, it gets
You pee
harder
more.
and harder, and I piss more and more. I'm almost ready for another piss break. Not another beer, but a piss break.
Yeah.
It just, as of now, my new running tally is 7 for 8. The one I did not like was the Speed Merchant, the white India Pale Ale with the citrus tropical piney flavor. It's just, that was too pale ale for me. It had the weird bite to it that I don't like.
Who's the greatest pop
Oh,
band
we're just going to jump right back in.
from
Okay.
the 80s?
The greatest pop band from the 80s?
Yeah.
Flock of Seagulls, motherfucker. No. They only had one song.
I have my answer locked and loaded.
I'm going to let you say your answer locked and loaded.
Okay.
So that way there it gives me a chance to think of my biggest 80s. Wait, favorite or biggest?
This is both for me.
Okay, both for you. Pop. Okay, go ahead.
Michael Jackson.
You win. 80s Michael Jackson. Thriller.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
That was it.
The game over. That's it. That's the end of discussion. Holy shit. Yeah. Michael Jackson in the 80s and then the 90s and the 2000s. Nah. But 80s and 90s.
I don't
yes.
think
Oh,
there's anyone bigger.
nobody
that-
will ever be Michael Jackson.
No.
Prince was the closest you could get to Michael Jackson, but was not Michael Jackson.
You know what I really love about Prince is Purple Rain was he
One of
played
the
it for
greatest
the
all-time
first
songs.
time live
At a bar.
at a bar, and that is the single,
That is what you hear.
not in the studio.
On the album. The album version is a live recording that they edit and
But if you listen closely,
there's
there
a couple
are
extra lyrics that were cut.
yeah.
And if you might be able to YouTube it still today, I don't know, but if you find that video from the original actual recording of that, somebody was there and had a camera and recorded it, and Prince had it taken down for the longest time. But
Their
there's
estate,
extra,
his estate is like super
Yeah.
lax now. I think they're
because now that he's gone.
they're like bankrupt or something.
No, they're not bankrupt. The Prince vault is another 80 fucking albums worth of what Prince is like. I don't think these are good enough. And
He
it's
was
like,
a weird man.
he was very weird.
He has a vault of thousands of songs that he never wanted to release.
It was something in the it wasn't 60, but I want to say it was within there's enough music in his vault that could do like another 20 albums.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And that was cutting room floor to him. He's like, no, this wasn't good enough.
Who's the okay?
Come on, you can do this. You got this.
So someone followed him around with a camera for like a month, and
Okay.
was shooting with him for a documentary,
I missed this, but okay.
and it was never released.
Oh, that's why I didn't know about it.
No,
How do you know about it?
because the guy that I'm referring to, he talked about it, and you know who he is. Oh my God, it's
Milton Berle.
no.
No.
He's
I don't know.
okay. He's Silent Bob.
Oh, Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith. Yes.
love that man.
Yes, Kevin Smith. Followed him around for like a month.
You ever had your asshole tongued by a
Licked by a fat man
in an overcoat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he didn't say that.
No, he didn't say that.
But
Jay
that's
said
the
that.
guy. Yeah, Jay said that. Jay and Silent Bob.
Jay and Silent Bob. All right. So yeah, he was followed around to do his documentary.
But that's just how weird he is. He put all of
Blouses.
he
Wasn't pancakes.
he was like, yeah, everything that you filmed, I don't want to release it. It's all mine now, and that's in his vault too. There's so much in his vault.
Oh yeah, he was he was secretive.
When are they going to release it? Because when Michael Jackson died, the estate was like, we need money. We're going to.
They sold back their Beatles rights to Paul McCartney, which I thought that was the ultimate.
That's who I
fuck
was.
you move.
Yeah, that's who I thought Michael Jackson's estate was going bankrupt after he had died.
Because
That's what it was.
Because he was so in debt. Because he'd just walk there and go, "I want that. I want that. I want that."
He had an amusement park in his backyard.
And then his accountants and stuff would follow him. Like when he would go shopping in a mall, they would close the mall down so he could go shopping because you can't. If you're Michael Jackson, you can't go out in public.
You know, Jenny was a part of that.
I know. We're not talking about
super
that.
Cool.
We're not talking about that. But yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
But no. So yeah, a person of Michael Jackson's stature in the world, if he went somewhere, it had to be closed down just so he can go in. Otherwise, it would have just been a mob scene. And Prince didn't get to that level. But
nobody can get to that level.
No, only Michael Jackson. So he would close like stores, like say if he went to the Dayton Mall itself would close for that day. Nobody can get in except for Michael Jackson and his entourage. And he'd walk
and whoever he invited.
Right. And then he'd just go through and go, I want that. I want that. I want that. I want that. And his accountants would go behind him and buy all that stuff.
And then
he had no clue what money he had.
Yeah, he said that.
And that was
the reason I know that is
millions of dollars in debt.
It was like a 60 Minutes interview. He's in a tree.
I remember. Yeah, that was a very infamous.
That's when he was talking about it.
Oh yeah, that's
he's like, I don't know how much money I'm worth. I'm just.
That was the infamous ignorant interview.
No, it's ignorant.
That's ignorant.
That's ignorant.
That was that interview. But yeah, he had no clue how much money he had, and he'd just go, I believe I'm worth $1 trillion. So he would just buy whatever he wanted whenever he wanted, and his accountants would go through and pay it, and then they would charge it. Once the actual money ran out, then it went to the charges. And then by the time he died, he was millions of dollars in debt.
He is the originator of the mask.
The mask.
Well, he wore a face mask before anybody.
Are we talking like the?
Because my nose is falling off because of rhinoplasty.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking
face
about like
mask.
I thought you were talking about like the metaphorical mask that everybody wears.
No, that's deep.
It's very deep.
Damn.
The deep hour on. Do we have a point?
No, but there's rumors that he took a shower and his nose fell off, and that's why
his nose fell off on stage during the Jackson 5 reunion show.
It did?
Yeah, he was out there like dancing.
Is there video of this?
Yeah, because there's dancing, singing. I can't remember if it's with him and Usher or one of the other artists or with the Jackson 5. But he's out there dancing and singing, and next you see him reach up and hold his hand over his face. He's holding his nose because it collapsed during that live recording.
Collapsed. It didn't fall off.
No, his nose never fell off.
Yeah,
but
that's the rumor.
Yeah. But as the cartilage and everything from all the surgeries, it just grew weaker and weaker and weaker because it got smaller and smaller and smaller. And yeah, it's live video of him. The show was recorded live and just showed him live, and he's up there dancing and singing, and his nose collapsed, and he had to go like this, and he runs off the stage.
That's crazy.
And he comes back not even a minute later. He's got the bandage over his nose.
It's such a shame that he died, man. So,
but yeah, nobody.
What is that? What is the milk that he called it milk? I want my milk before I go to bed, is what he said. And it was that drug.
Little boy sperm.
No, it's not. That's
no,
gross.
No.
Allegedly. It's that whatever drug that makes you pass out. He would need that to fall. He couldn't sleep.
Is it the one that killed him?
That's the one that
metformin?
killed him. Huh?
What was it? Was it metformin? Not metformin.
No.
What was?
I don't know, but I've been put under by that, and oh my goodness, that's a good sleep. I understand what he's talking about.
The medication that killed Michael, propofol.
Propofol. Yeah.
Yeah, and
he
his
called
body
it milk because it's milky white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he needed the medication. His life was pain. That pop. He invented the pop and lock dance.
Dude, he's the greatest dancer.
Oh, dude was so smooth.
Super
When
smooth.
he busted out the moonwalk for the very first time during Billie Jean.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
That's
the earth
smooth.
shat itself. It was just out of everything. Flings the hat over, does a little dance, points over here at the crowd, and then just bam. Just
Check this out, guys.
does the backwards moonwalk. Holy shit. Why it's called a moonwalk, don't know. You don't walk like that on the moon, you bounce. But
Yeah.
holy shit.
I don't know why. Oh, because it was 1969 when we landed on the moon.
Yeah, but
They should have done the moonwalk like that.
oh yeah, if we would have landed on the moon after that, that would have
been
happened.
the thing.
That would
Yeah.
have been the
Yeah.
Neil Armstrong would have been out there slowly backing up.
Grabbing his junk.
But yeah, his knees, his back, his hips, everything was just in pain. So yeah, he was on a shit load of fucking lorazepam.
Oh, I didn't know that.
propofol.
I thought you were talking about emotional pain because of his stepdad
He was in
a
emotional
dick.
pain too because Joe Jackson beat the black off of him. Holy shit!
Well, I mean, he had a skin condition, but I see where you're
Vitiligo,
going,
yes,
yeah.
yes. The joke is funnier than the actual disease, but yeah, it was rough. I'm not. I'm in the camp where he didn't do it.
He didn't kill himself? That his doctor did?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
I wasn't going there, but his doctor killed him. Yeah, his doctor should have known better on the.
Shouldn't have
amount that
been shooting him up with illegal drugs.
Even if
anyway.
you're shooting him up with
Yeah.
legal drugs, that's one thing. Especially if it's not prescribed. But
It was prescribed, but illegally because he's Michael Jackson.
he's his
Whatever
own
you want.
personal doctor. He comes to his house and fucking shoots him up.
Yeah, it's like Tom Cruise. Let
He
me fly
should've
that
kno-
jet. Yes, Tom Cruise,
Yeah.
you can fly that jet.
He should have known how much to properly give him.
Yeah.
I've already given you this much, Michael. I cannot give you any more. You will die from this.
Yeah.
I don't care. Just I need more. I'm in so much pain.
Did
How
you
about
watch?
this? We wait an hour, then I'll give you a little bit more. No, he didn't do that. He just said, "Okay, Michael, you're
you
paying
watched
me."
that last little documentary he had for the tour that was going to happen before
This
he
is
died.
it?
Yeah, this
Oh,
is it.
that was awesome.
He was.
Oh,
he
that,
was
that
really
show would have
thin.
been amazing.
Yeah, it would have.
But he was fucking a paper
He
thin.
was a thin guy.
tiny.
Yeah.
And you could see the pain in him when he would do the.
How
pop and
old
lock
was
and-
he?
55.
That's
I-
young.
I believe it was 55.
I remember the day he died. I was working third shift. I was a pipe fitter.
You were sitting behind me on the couch when I told you.
Yeah, I know, because I had.
Oh,
think-
you just remember what you were at that time, not where or what.
No, you told me, and then we watched the news for a while, and then I had to go to work, and I was working third shift,
Uh-huh.
and then I was in a skyrise, and I was on the very top level doing the sprinkler pipes there, and it still is the most amazing light show I've ever seen in the sky. It was lightning strikes everywhere. It was crazy. It was like the earth was in mourning. It was nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that at all?
I didn't see. I remember there being that big electrical storm that came through.
It was so.
I remember
cool,
where
man.
we were when I told you. 'Cause
Yeah.
we were in the living room and I was on my computer.
Yeah.
You were sitting on the couch. We were trying to come up with some Beck style song like "Loser," where there's no
Yeah.
rhyme or reason to the lyrics.
Yeah.
It's just random.
You still
shit.
have those lyrics that I wrote.
I do not.
You don't?
No, it's something about chasing the sun. That's all I remember. But you was working on that. I'm sitting on the computer, and then it just came across that Michael Jackson's dead, and I was like,
It was huge.
Daniel, I think according to some reports now, Michael Jackson died. You're like, what? I'm like, yeah, that's just what it's telling me.
Yeah.
And then we looked more and more, and yeah, my motherfucker was dead. Died at age 50. He almost made it to his 51st birthday.
50, dude.
June 25th, 2009. Born August 29th, 1958. Almost made it to 51.
It's wild.
But that Prince didn't have girls passing out at the sight of him.
Are you sure he didn't?
There's video evidence of thousands of people passing out at the sight of Michael Jackson.
I think people passed out at the sight of Prince. He's a presence. I saw him.
Just him standing would make people faint.
Michael Jackson.
You're like, Michael Jackson.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
And
for
you're-
sure.
You're
yeah.
down and out. That didn't happen for Prince, and Prince was the closest thing to Michael Jackson.
I think Prince had that,
but
not the stardom.
I will concede to a handful of people passing out at the sight of Prince compared to the vast numbers that did to Michael Jackson.
Can I tell you how badass Prince was when I saw him?
I love Prince.
He looked like a skinny black lollipop with his beautiful
that
afro. Oh my god!
I love that stage in his life when he had the afro. He was just perfectly round, like he was wearing one of the helmets from Spaceballs.
I think this was 2016 or 2015.
Shortly before he died, not
shortly before he died. It was he did 2 more shows after I saw him, and then he had died. Going down the elevator, which is crazy because in one of his songs he's whatever.
Never gonna let the elevator bring us down. Oh no, I died on an elevator.
But yeah,
that's
so,
why if
this is what's crazy.
If we get musically famous,
yeah,
we cannot write about specific places or sing about them.
What do you mean? Why?
Because that's how people die. We cannot write any lyrics about how we could potentially die.
Ah, because that will be your demise.
And let the bodies hit the floor. Boom. Lead singer of Drowning Pool's dead on the floor. Never let the elevator bring us down. Boom. Found dead on the elevator in his home.
Okay.
So
Heard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
I got
now
that.
try to write music or lyrics that cannot be associated with somehow being found dead.
Gonna die a quasi-billionaire. Bigger than Bezos.
Let's cheat the system. Let's do it.
Yeah. That's it. Well, what I was gonna say when I saw Prince, there was an opening band. This was in
Was it his?
Lexington, and it was him. So he played for 45 minutes or an hour with this other band, and then did his show for an hour and a half. And he had 3 days. 3 back-to-back shows doing that. Just on it. So much energy, man.
All 4'7" of them.
Dude, he's good. And
I'm not
went from
the badass,
the guitar to piano and
guitar.
So skillful, man.
And each show if you would have seen all 3 shows, you would have gotten 3 different performances.
I can imagine.
Because Prince
Yeah.
didn't like to
all
do
his hits,
anything the same.
All different. You can't sing along.
You
just
can't
have
sing
to
along
watch
with any of
in
his
awe.
recorded album versions.
Yeah.
Because he's like, no, that's how I felt at that time. Now I'm going to do it this way.
Yeah.
He doesn't like anything to stay the same. He always wants to be reinventing himself. So
Why are these 2 great pop icons both soft-spoken and timid?
You want pancakes?
They are. You want pancakes. It's so weird. It's a weird commonality.
It's I have no idea. 2 different upbringings. One was born in Gary, Indiana, Michael Jackson. I couldn't tell you exactly where Prince was born, but I know it was in Minnesota.
Yeah, I was in Minnesota. Fucking.
You got nothing?
Yeah, I got nothing.
Minneapolis. Minnesota.
Minneapolis.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Mini sodas. Mini applesauce, mini sodas.
This is just a great picture of Prince.
He's such a weirdo.
He really was weird.
He's such a weirdo.
But it's Prince.
He died from drugs too.
Yeah. That was the worst.
That is the worst.
The album, which album was that?
It's just self-titled.
I think it's self-titled Prince album where it's just him shirtless with his hair done up like Farrah Fawcett
with his mustache.
and the It's just no. That was the worst picture of Prince ever taken. There's other pictures of him with similar with that hair.
Look how much they whitened his eyes in that album cover too.
Let's go back to that album cover.
Super white eyes.
I think he had he had super white eyes.
Those are so white.
No bloodshot to it whatsoever.
Nothing.
That also could just be Prince is like, no. I need you to take out the anything.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can find like a live picture from an event. That one you can't really see too well. But no, I think he might have actually had just straight up fucking white goddamn eyes. Not the pupils, but you know.
Look at that stage presence, man. He's fantastic.
Oh yeah. Did you ever see that video of it was James Brown on stage back in like I want to say the early 80s, back when Michael Jackson was gone solo. He's already done his disco album, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
Yeah.
And he's moving on to Thriller era, and Prince is the new upcoming guy. And at that point, Prince was already Prince in his mind.
Yeah.
And James Brown calls both of them up on stage and to sing along with them. And, awesome video.
Yeah.
James Brown, Michael Jackson, and Prince on stage all at the same time.
I don't know anything about that. That sounds great.
Oh, it's a fucking awesome video.
Huh.
And yeah, it's Michael Jackson's up there doing his Michael Jackson thing. And, you know, everybody's like, oh my God.
Do the Michael Jackson voice and then do the Prince voice.
I'm Michael Jackson. That's just ignorant. And then Prince was, I'm Prince. I'm more of a, I have a softer voice, but I'm very more well spoken when I speak.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Michael Jackson was just more childlike.
He was.
With almost like a lisp.
He was.
They were similar in their vocals, but no. Prince was as close to Michael Jackson as anybody's ever going to get. No, there will never be another Michael Jackson.
I think
level.
Michael Jackson lived in his childhood and Prince lived in a fantasy world where
I concur.
Yeah.
I think that is a great way to describe both of them.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson never had a childhood, so he lived his childhood out throughout his adult years because of Joe Jackson beating the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Prince is just Prince. He was just weird. Always has been, always would have been. And he just had this very eclectic, eccentric, E-word style about him. I'm going to show my ass off on MTV. I'm going to wear yellow, bright yellow with black spots on it.
I want.
And then cut the ass cheeks out.
I'll wear a fucking blouse.
I'm going to do this entire show in high heels.
You know that Seinfeld episode with the blouse? I'm wearing it. I'm going to rock it.
Blouses.
Because I can. Blouses. What is Michael Jackson's daughter doing now? Isn't she an
Paris?
artist?
Yeah, Paris is, for one, hot. I know she's on Instagram a lot.
Yeah.
She, supposedly Michael's daughter. But, you know, this bitch is straight white.
Who's the mom? Is it Billie Jean?
Billie Jean was not the lover.
Oh,
no.
okay. She's just a girl that thought that he was the one, I think. She's just a girl that I am the one.
Debbie Rowe was her name.
Fucking Debbie.
Yeah, Debbie Rowe.
Hey, Debbie. Who's Debbie?
Debbie Rowe was Michael Jackson's like lifelong friend. And it most likely came down to, I want to pass on my genes. I need. Will you let me fuck you and pass on my legacy?
What kind of genes? What kind of genes?
Billy jeans. Dad joke for the day.
Hey, what do you think about the chemical castration?
Didn't happen. That's some bullshit.
You don't think so?
No, I don't. I also don't know if his kids are actually his kids because all three came out white. But
no, they didn't. No, they're all different.
Olive
shades.
skinned, maybe at the most.
No,
but ain't not a damn one of them dark.
They all grow great hair, great
white hair.
No, they grow afros.
No.
Yes, they do.
No, here, I'm going to show you pictures of all the kids.
Go ahead.
You got Paris.
Oh, his kids. No, Joe's kids.
Who's Joe? Oh, you're talking about the Jacksons.
Talking about the Jacksons.
I thought you were talking about
5.
Jackson's kids. You know, like
all
Paris
they're
and
all
Blanket.
Joe's kids.
See, I thought you were talking about these three. who are supposedly Michael Jackson's kids.
Michael Jackson's
Paris,
kids.
Prince, and Blanket. Prince is the only one. Actually, no, not Prince. Blanket is the only one that has African American
What's his real name?
features. Blanket is Blanket.
No. His name is Blanket.
Let's
Is it?
just to make sure?
Is it?
Blanket Jackson is Prince Michael Jackson II. So he's
okay.
Prince 2. Prince is the oldest brother. Prince 2 is Blanket.
So Prince is the first name.
Prince, yes.
It's not a surname.
No, his legal name is Prince Michael Jackson. And then
Interesting.
Blanket's name is Prince Michael Jackson II.
Blanket.
But he goes by Blanket.
Does he
his
really
nickname.
go by Blanket?
He doesn't. I don't believe anymore. He did.
Because he was the one dangled over.
He was the infamous baby over the balcony.
Yeah.
But yes, Blanket is the only one who
resembles
Michael Jackson. The other two are completely different looking. Blanket looks like Michael Jackson.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know.
That they're not his kids?
Oh, that's been
It's up for debate?
Been up for debate since they were born, because they came Paris, the original Paris, the first Paris, and Prince, the first Prince, and Paris Jackson, the daughter, both look nothing like him, are very white, whereas Blanket, Prince II, came out a little darker but more like an olive.
Are they all from the same woman?
Yes, they're all from that Deborah.
From Deborah.
What was her name again? Let's pull that back up. Debbie Rowe, Deborah.
Rowe, yeah.
But even then, they look nothing like her.
Okay, so she's a blonde.
Paris looks like the mother.
Yeah. Yes.
There's the features are there.
But she's got, okay, so in the picture you have up, she's got the ombre hair, but the roots are brown.
Yeah, she has brown
And
hair.
Debbie has blonde.
But I want to say
dyed?
It might be dyed, because it's dyed. She's a brunette.
Oh, she's a brunette.
You can see the roots in the old pictures.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, you can see when the first two, when Prince and Paris were born, those are white kids. White.
They really are.
Typically, when you have a black dad, white mom, typically you're gonna get at least a light, at the minimum, usually a light skin black.
Yeah.
No, these kids are white.
They really are, and they're blonde headed.
Platinum blonde on whichever kid that is.
Yeah.
And the other one's slightly darker hair, but
well,
now the only one that actually ended
that's
up
not Billie Jean.
She's not Billie Jean.
Or no, she is Billie Jean.
She's the Billie
not
Jean. And then
lover.
And then you had Blanket, who came out more the darker.
He looks Armenian.
He looks almost Indian, Armenian, Middle Eastern almost.
Yeah.
But it's at least darker complexion. He's got Michael Jackson's original nose. He's got when he smiles, he's got a very similar smile to Michael Jackson. So it's like, okay, this one is actually his. I have no question that Paris Michael Jackson the
because
second.
he does. He's got a darker complexion than the other two children.
Right. I mean,
This
white.
is a debate. This is a thing.
This has been ongoing since the first kid was born.
Why isn't there not a DNA test?
Because
23andMe.
Because they just don't want to get into it. Because as far as the kids are concerned, Michael was their dad. Biological or not, Michael was their dad. He was the one there for him. He was the one taking care for him. He was the one paying for everything.
They just don't care.
That's
they don't
their
care to
dad.
know. That's,
they don't
that's
give
my
a
dad. I don't care.
If that's not my dad, I don't care. He is my dad, as far as I'm concerned. So that's why there is no DNA.
That's
test.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah, and
well then, yes,
there's
they
no
are
shitting on
his
that.
kids. Yeah, it's fine.
The kids are content, and
Understand
they're
that.
like, no, he's my dad. So that's the authority on that.
Yeah.
Now, whether biologically he most likely isn't on two of them, at least two of them, but as far as the three are concerned, he's their father, and that's all that matters. So
it is weird because
the debate actually ends with
Paris-
them. So
Is that Paris in the top left?
top left? Yeah, that was when she was younger, way platinum blonde. We're talking
She is
bleached.
incredibly white, and she has blue eyes.
Then there's Prince. Her hair's dyed here, but yeah, Prince, chubby cheeks, small squinty eyes. And then there's little Michael down here. And you can tell Blankets is Michael's for sure.
Yeah,
Just that little face.
it's weird.
But yeah, these two don't know where they came from.
Well,
as far as they're
back to
concerned-
the original
as far as they're concerned.
question, Paris, is she doing? I thought she was doing music now.
Oh yeah, let's see. What is she up to anymore? I know she was on Instagram for a hot second. She had made news a couple of times.
Yeah. Just by
She's discussing her music career. Music is the air I breathe. This is a quote from her. She had a solo album called Wilted, released last month.
Oh
which would
shit!
be, yeah, back in November. It earned great reviews and debuted. The alcohol platform. You're fucking me up. Debuted at #1 on the iTunes Alternative Albums chart. And she performed on Jimmy Kimmel Live. So
I'll have to listen to it.
yeah,
Check it out.
Check it out. See what she's got. I don't know if she's got the entourage and the producers and everything that Michael had.
Do you
but
think that talent is genetic?
that's, you could say that, yes, but at the same time, there's some that just you expected more.
Yeah,
I'll say
a lot is environment, and a lot is nature. Nurture. Yeah,
right. But I'm saying like you can go with who was a famous guy whose son also was huge. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody.
What about Eddie Van Halen's son?
Brilliant
Yeah.
guitarist as well. No, he plays bass.
Or what about
Give me a major musician who had their son go into the music industry as well and killed it just as well.
I have one. His name.
I have one too. This is gonna be all this part of here's edited.
Yeah, it's who wrote All Along the Watchtower?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was gonna be my adverse side. Bob Dylan versus his son.
Okay, yeah.
Wallflowers.
Wallflowers are good.
Yeah, but one and done.
Yeah.
You expected a lot more from Bob Dylan's son. One and done.
Yeah.
I would expect a lot more from Bob Dylan's son. Now, the Wallflowers big album they had was a commercial success. They had like 3 songs that charted quite well on the Billboard, but then nothing. It was just silence after that. It's like maybe I'll give him benefit of the doubt. Maybe he got that taste of the stardom that his dad had, and he's like, "Yeah, it's not for me."
Yeah.
He backed out. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Props. If that's
Yeah.
if that's how you felt after doing that, cool. But then if you actually had a second or a third album and nobody knows anything from it, then that reflects on your talent and the popularity.
Was Bob Dylan a good artist or just a good writer?
Songwriter, yes.
He's a good songwriter.
Hey, I'm Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
Mr. Tambourine Man.
Yeah,
It's singer, no.
Who did All Along the Watchtower better? Him
Jimmy
or Jimmy?
fucking Page. Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's hands down. But if it wasn't for Bob Dylan, Jimi Hendrix never would have done that.
For sure.
Jimmy,
But I'm saying that I'm just agreeing with you that he's a great
songwriter, both lyrically and musically. As a singer, no.
I think no one is a greater songwriter than Bob Dylan, except Chris Stapleton is second. He is the Prince to Michael Jackson.
You're going to throw Chris Stapleton right up there with Dylan.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh.
Have you seen...
I like Chris Stapleton. I like his music. He does have
you seen
good
what
lyrics.
he's written?
I love his
so
lyrics.
many famous artists.
But Bob Dylan level?
There's nobody else that has written so many songs that have blanketed the entire industry. The entire
Mars,
country industry.
CeeLo Green. These are people who write a shitload of songs for other people.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Are you sure Chris Stapleton, or are you thinking Chris Christopherson?
No, I'm thinking Chris Stapleton.
Okay, because Chris Christopherson I'd put up there with Bob Dylan.
Really?
Yes. He was a country boy. He was part of the
He had like
Outlaws.
one single.
He had a couple, but he was a songwriter. He was a lyricist. He would write songs for a lot of other people. Yeah, Chris Christopherson's I won't say catalog, but his his songs are.
Chris Stapleton wrote for Reba. He's written so many great songs, and he's had 3 different bands. I mean, I'm biased. I love Chris Stapleton.
Motherfucking Chris Christopherson wrote Me and Bobby McGee. I mean,
he wrote for Johnny Cash.
He wrote for the Outlaws a lot. Like I said, he wrote for fucking like I said, Me and Bobby McGee. The Janis Joplin version is a cover song of his.
Damn.
Now, granted, she way outperformed him.
Oh yeah, she's great.
Yeah, there's not a debate there at all.
Do you get into the 27 club? Do you hold a white lighter ever?
No,
you're past 27. We're way past
it. So
27.
I can carry a white lighter now if I need to. So it no longer that
but
doesn't apply to me.
Prior
back
to 27,
then, yes, I would not carry a white lighter.
I wouldn't either.
But I do not accept Amy Winehouse into the 27 club.
No.
She had.
She had
I'm not.
She had a few good songs.
She had a few good songs.
Yeah.
I fucking love Valerie. I love that song.
I fucking love Valerie.
That is a great song, and that's an old soul song coming from somebody like her. It was.
I think she did it the best. Too.
Well, no, it was her song, but the way she did it and the way it sounds and everything, that sounds like a song from like the 50s and 60s with somebody that actually has amazing real talent. But that was just like that one that just clicked for her in the studio when she recorded it, and it was fucking badass and amazing.
So good.
But other than that, she's known for trying to make me go to rehab, and I said no. Bitch, if you would have went to rehab, you'd probably still be fucking alive.
I mean, but I think that's the disease of stardom.
She had that problem before the stardom. She had that love-hate relationship with her boyfriend.
A lot of stars are addicts of something. Either they're narcissists, or they're addicted to some sort of drug.
The boyfriend, whatever she had, the abusive relationship she was in, was reminiscent of Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Now, granted, he wasn't the Bobby Brown of that. She was all Whitney Houston, but it was very similar. Where like guys are just going down this extremely destructive path that's gonna lead to death, and it did. But that was already started before she got famous. They were together before she got famous. They were together when they died, or when she died. But I just don't include her into the 27 club. She didn't have the
I'll agree with that.
She didn't. She didn't have the
clout.
I wouldn't say not even so much the clout. She had the clout. The fucking people loved her for whatever reason. But she didn't have the, I wouldn't say background.
She didn't invent anything. Well, she went back in time to redo things, kind of vibe.
No, I'm saying she didn't have the collection. She didn't have the multitude of albums and songs and the history under her belt by the time she died at 27, like Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix. Why do I keep on saying Jimmy Page? Jimi Hendrix and the likes of the actual 27 club.
Would you put Kurt Cobain and Nirvana into the most influential of the 90s?
Yes.
I would.
Whether you like them or not, it's undeniable of what they did. They helped kill the 80s metal hair band.
Was Beck after Nirvana or prior to Nirvana?
That is a good question. That only Google would know.
Yeah. I think Beck was playing guitar and
I'm sure he
his
might have had
thing
stuff going
prior, but didn't get big.
Years active
until
was
Loser.
1985. Yeah. Loser was his launch into stardom.
Yeah.
He started off in like 83, but when was Loser? Odelay.
Mm.
That was where it's at. It was on Odelay. That was 1996, which that was after Nirvana.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Had 2 turntables and a microphone.
Where it's at.
Yeah, that was.
I remember listening to Nirvana when I lived in Japan. Listened to
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that later on the next episode.
Nirvana, and then
Living
Beck
in fucking Japan
was super weird, and then
yeah, he is super
Machine by Pink Floyd was around that time too.
Okay, let's go back to what started this whole fucking episode.
Yeah,
The greatest rock band. And I'll say it as overall.
in the 80s.
No,
overall?
No, you want 80s. I'm going to go back to what I'm asked about it when I said overall or what. Overall, fucking Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin is amazing. The Beatles are, hands down, the most influential band of all time. AC/DC's badass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And I would say Led Zeppelin is great, but they stole
like
a couple 60%
songs.
of their catalog.
Stairway to Heaven was stolen. Okay, get over
it. Was
it.
also stolen, yeah. But
Pink
it's all
Floyd,
from old blues.
Nobody has ever done what Pink Floyd has done. They've tried and come close.
Yeah.
And every generation has their Pink Floyd. After Pink Floyd came Rush. After Rush came Tool.
Well, I would say
After
Pink
Tool
Floyd
came-
is even more different because they synthesized and they took edits.
You talk about
and
progressive rock. Holy shit.
It was a
they
lot
were doing
of things.
nobody else would
Their
even think
live
of.
shows.
Oh, we
Everything
talked
was
about that.
so
It's-
elaborate.
And everything was very meticulous. Everything was plotted out. Every note, every sound was. That's why it syncs up perfectly to 2001: Space Odyssey. That's why it syncs up to Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz, yeah.
But nobody else was doing that. And like I said, every generation has their Pink Floyd.
But Animals was a weird album
They had
by
a couple.
Pink Floyd.
I mean, go back to the Sid Barrett days. That it was extremely weird because of the high intensity levels of acid involved.
Okay? So
See
Sid
Emily
Barrett
play.
hey,
Holy fuck! That's
Sid
weird.
Barrett, he started Pink Floyd with the group, and then he
Right.
was put into an institution,
Yep, he was locked up into the nut house.
and then completely lost his mind,
He went on a perma trip.
and he's done.
He eventually died. Yes, it wasn't there. There's he went crazy and he got put up in the loony bin and he died in the loony bin. No. He died years later. He got out. He was living a somewhat normal as normal as you can be on a permanent.
You know
trip.
how much acid he took for that?
He went on the permanent trip. He was going.
Oh, I understand, but you could have a permanent trip.
You can have a permanent trip at any
one hit.
Any hit, yes. Any hit could be your last.
If you get into that crazy funk.
Then it could just be your first time ever trying it. You just stuck into that
Oh,
mind frame.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just did so much that he became permanently done.
But
he
there's
didn't
no-
die
there's-
until like 20 years after.
But you don't know
everybody
how
thought he did.
much he took.
Oh, it had to be. Because that's why.
You remember watching? You watched SLC Punk, Salt Lake City.
One of the greatest punk movies of all time, yes.
Yeah. So
It's
this
right up there
guy
with
had
Sid
a
and Nancy.
Bible of acid in his pocket. And he ran through the sprinkler system, and he just tripped his face.
Yeah, and he hit the perma-trip status. But then you have like once it's been so long, you hit like this mellow out. You're still fucked up, but you're almost back, but you're still tripping. Because they run back into him later when it's been a couple of years now, and he's homeless and he's begging for change and he's still tweaking, but he's able to hold a conversation.
But
for
what
the most
about
part.
what about Sid? Do you know about Sid though?
I don't know about his like final days and that,
Okay,
but
yeah.
he did get out of the institution, and he lived like another 15 years after everybody thought he had died. So there's the big myth going around that he died in the mental
You ever
institution.
tripped on acid, Brad?
I have not, and you were a crunchberry. I know. I get it. I was born in the wrong generation to try acid. I'm not trying this new shit that they got out now that's made with, whatever's found underneath the fucking kitchen sink. I want that good 60s, 70s acid.
Window pane.
Blotter, the good shit. I'm not touching this stuff.
Don't eat the brown acid.
Don't eat the cookies that are being passed around. They are tainted with the bad acid. Fucking Woodstock. I wish I was born before I was.
Yeah, I wouldn't take acid now.
But
For sure.
But yeah, Sid Barrett lived a lot longer than he was perceived to have, and that's what the whole "Wish You Were Here" is about.
Yeah.
Sid Barrett, because the guy, he got locked into the loony bin. They locked the door, throw away the key.
But he wasn't there. He was in his own mind.
Yeah, there's someone in my head, but it's not me.
Yeah.
But I don't believe he had the lobotomy. But I think that was just added for effect. But the line of
Have you seen those old movies?
Oh yes, they're great. But there's the main line that is 100% the ode to Sid Barrett is, and if the band you're in starts playing different tunes, I'll see you on the dark side of the moon.
Mm.
Because there was times when they would go on stage to perform, and he would be so far gone on his acid trips or whatever drugs else he was on.
Yeah.
The band would be playing one song, he would sing a different song. So that was a direct tie into an actual event that happened for the band. And if the band you're in starts playing different tunes, he's singing a completely different song than what the band is playing.
They're so great, dude.
That's just beautiful. And if he didn't go crazy, we never would have gotten.
What do you feel about Roger Waters' solo stuff? Deja Vu. Yeah, I'm kind of too. It all sounds like he's taken
he peaked
Pink Floyd's music and just reinterpreted it.
He peaked at The Wall. He did. But he before that was Dark Side of the Moon and Wish You Were Here. That was the peak of Roger Waters.
Yeah.
And then you had David Gilmour that carried the torch after that whole riff.
Yeah.
And then Roger Waters was like, fuck you, I'll just leave. And Dave's like, okay, bye. We'll be Pink Floyd. You just do your thing. Which was a dumb thing on Roger Waters' part.
Great guitarist, man.
If Sid Barrett had never
There's no guitarist like him.
If Sid Barrett had never gone crazy, we never would have gotten David Gilmour as Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have had the comfortably numb solos. We wouldn't have had the amazing guitar work he did on Dark Side of the Moon and on The Wall. Never would have happened. Or even Momentary Lapse of Reason, or anything that was post. It's so good.
So Metallica
Pink was the
Floyd.
best not popular band of the 80s. Best popular band of the 80s. Guns N' Roses. Best band overall, Pink Floyd. Because nobody can touch them.
And Kiss.
And we're not counting them.
And fucking Kiss.
No, we're not.
Kiss.
No.
Kiss.
That was our show.
So good.
We're not counting Kiss.
All right, let's
This
sign
one went
off.
This one went a little longer, but yeah. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys on Friday. But before you guys do anything else, before you go to the bathroom, before you go visit your sick mother in the hospital, before you do anything, like, subscribe, follow, rate us, give us 5 stars, leave a review on whatever thing you're listening to. Tell your gym teacher about us. I don't give a shit. Spread the word. And Platform Beer, if you're listening, I love you. Oh my God. The amount that I've drank today, it's good.
You've had all of them.
Yeah, it's gone from 6% to 8%. I love it. But yes, I appreciate you guys. If you guys can just help us out, like, share, subscribe. If you're brand new to the show, go check out our old stuff. See how far we've come, which isn't very far.
Yeah.
Started from the bottom. We're still here.
Yeah.
So All right, guys. We'll call this episode over, and we will see you guys on Friday.
Check you later. Love you.
Bye.